What's up, guys? This is Shinobi of All Trades coming at you guys with another figure review, except this time it's going to be an unboxing as well. Now, if you guys have been following me on my Instagram, you would have seen that I had won 18 Pokemon figures for $12.32. Now, I've seen the pictures online, of course, while bidding, but it's kind of hard to see them. They looked like they were in really good condition. But I wanted to share this unboxing with you guys just so without any spoilers, just so you can see which figures I got. And some of these figures might hit you guys in your nostalgia. First one I'm gonna show you is Groudon. This Groudon actually looks really good. Like, I already have this Groudon. Mine is in better condition. But, this is really good. Like, there's just... Is that a scratch? Oh, no. There's just dirt. You just wiped right off. There appears to be some scratches. But I'm gonna clean it up later to see what scratches and what isn't. But so far, all of these red scratches are scratches. See, there's another dirt thing right here scratching right off. But so far, this Groudon looks really good. This actually, I had gotten this when it first came out. It was around like 2008, 2010. And it shoots out like a little fire missile thing from its mouth. So we have this Groudon. And now we have, bam, the silver 10th anniversary, I believe. It's a 10th anniversary Groudon. It's the same figure except it's all silver. And the eyes are like the normal color for the Pokemon. Now, this one is actually also in really good condition. It has more of dust, it feels like. But like I said, I'm gonna clean these up. It does have somewhat of a deep, it's not too deep, but it's a very noticeable scratch right there. Some scratches here, but they're not too bad. They're not very noticeable, and it works great. And the next figure, how can you have Groudon without Kyogre? This Kyogre, I had this at one point, but there was a time where all my Pokemon figures disappeared as a kid. So I'm actually happy to have this again. Now, the downside is the button on its back doesn't work that great. I'm guessing that the metal spring inside is probably rusted. Just by seeing the screws here. They're like brown, so they're rusted. So there's a good chance that this isn't opening well because of the spring might be rusted. But I'll probably open it up later after cleaning it to see what's wrong. But aside from the dirt on it as well that it has, it's not in too bad condition. It does have some scratches, but all of these figures are from like 2007 used, so it's not a surprise. And then, bam, I also have the silver one of the Kyogre too. And, yeah, Kyogre. And see, this one works perfectly fine. This is how this one is supposed to move. Now let's see. It does have a lot more wear on this one. As you can see, there are scratches up here. The fin is very scratched up, like all the metallic silver is going away. Even on the other side too. It's also dusty too, so it's not as shiny as it would be if it was clean. But this is actually really cool. Okay, so far that's 4 figures. Now next we have this Blaziken. It's a silver one as well from the same collection. Now, from this silver collection, there was the top 10, I guess, most bought or most liked. I don't know. I don't know how they went, what they based it off of, like whether it was a poll or based on how many sales they made. But this was also one of the top 10, and it actually shoots the little missile thing. This was one, honestly, this was one of the figures in the collection, like in the lot that I was like, I didn't really care about it, but it's still pretty cool. Like, I didn't really care to get it, but it was still cool to have. And then we have the silver version of the Charizard. That's not surprising that Charizard is in here, honestly. But I think this Charizard looks really derpy. Like, the head can come off. It just looks weird. But it's supposed to also shoot something out. And at this time, like, when these figures were made, they were mostly made to shoot like little weapon projectiles out. And Blaziken's paint job isn't too bad, like in the sense of wear. He's really good. Charizard has a little bit of stuff, but like I said, some of them need to be cleaned. So until I clean them, like, I won't know for sure. Then we have Deoxys. I was actually really excited to get this because this is my first ever Deoxys figure. It's cool. It has like this little lever. His arms don't go up high that high though. His head doesn't turn. His legs move. He can sit down. As opposed to where, yeah, he looks a little scratched up where you see like brown or yellow. Let me see. Like on his elbow, he has like a little brown thing here. I don't think it's discoloration. It looks more like it was rubbed on something. And it just happened to get dirty too. Ooh, he has a lot of it on his leg. I'm really gonna have to clean these up. Now, for the most part, these are doing really well so far. The only thing is cleanliness. Like, these figures weren't kept that well. But once you clean it, you could really see how good or bad it is. Now we got Typhlosion. I also never had a Typhlosion until this lot. The mouth looks a little weird when it opens. I'm sure this is a lot cooler in its color version. Its fire is transparent. It does have scratches on its stomach. Just needs some cleaning. And then there's this creepy Ash that you might have seen in one of my posts. That in the post it was a random Ash. I didn't think, I mean, I knew it was the same one, but yeah, this Ash is creepy. Just look at them eyes. He can move a little bit. Let me see. I don't even know why they put that little swivel. It barely moves. His head moves all the way around. His arms twist all the way around. His condition's actually very good. He's supposed to have a stand, I'm guessing. And he stands pretty well without one. And this is a bed. Last but not least, out of the silvers, Metagross. I really wanted this. One thing I would say that's disappointing is its size. I expected it to be a little bigger. Like, if you stand him right next to like Kyogre, he's like basically the same height as Kyogre. And Kyogre is like just laying down. Like he's just on flat on the bed. Like you can't make him go any higher. His legs won't let you. I expected it to be a little bigger, but it's fine. Now, I would have liked either this one or the normal color one, either way, because this one's actually the color of the shiny version. And the only difference is that I would just have to make the X like a gold, which I might actually do. Condition-wise, this one also has the little brown thing, like Deoxys had. It looks like it got scratched pretty hard. It's a little dirty. Oh, and this one also shoots out the projectile. Oh, wait. That's pretty cool. I honestly don't know what the attack is. It's like a fire circle. I would say flame wheel, but I don't even know if he could do that. Yeah, his arms can move. Quite a lot, actually. But yeah, he was one of the ones I really wanted. Damn it, Ash. It's actually cool. Charizard's like about the right scale to Ash. And the last big figure in this entire lot is this Blastoise. Now, you could already tell right off the bat, this Blastoise is in not so great condition. It has a whole bunch of yellowing, even on like non-white plastic parts. Like this is supposed to be gray. It's yellow as hell. His whole all around the shell, except for, well, it looks better in the camera, but it's actually a lot worse in person than it looks like on camera. The face is pretty scratched up. Now, if you're wondering, yes, I did see this Blastoise wasn't in great condition at all in the lot, but as you know, it was 1 out of 18. It wasn't my main goal, but I also love Blastoise. He's my favorite starter Pokemon. So I want to try to maybe fix him up. Oh, and also this switch on his back is to shoot water out of his cannons, which is pretty cool. So the main problem with this one is its discoloration and scratches. It has a lot of scratches. It's probably not really worth anything right now. Probably little to nothing. No one would probably buy it for more than $3 or $5. And that's if you're lucky. Alright, now for the small figures. Here I have Sceptile. Now, I also have never owned a Sceptile figure either. And this one's pretty cool. I think it's kind of weird. It has like this little action with its arms, but you have to press the tail. And he looks like he's like trying to swim really fast. Like, swim, swim. As far as condition goes, he's really good. Like, I mean, aside from the bits of dirt you can see on him, you probably can't really see it through the camera. But aside from that little bit of dirt, he's not that bad. His legs look like they might have discolored very slightly into a darker green than the rest of the body. But sometimes figures are like that. That might actually be how it actually is, because the arms also seem to have the same thing. And the head slightly. It might actually be the material. Like the limbs are more like they're plastic, but they feel more closer to like a rubbery texture, as opposed to like the stomach feels more like a denser plastic. But yeah, he's in really good condition. And then we have Meganium. I actually have this figure already. It wasn't one of the ones I was like seeking after in the lot, but it was just another edition. Now this figure is very dirty. Its paint job still looks like it's really good, but it's very dirty. So this really needs to get cleaned. You could just see how terrible it looks. And then we also have another Typhlosion, which is cool. And he is also really dirty. Like, I don't think he has scratches. I think he's, except for like maybe this one right here. I think he's just really dirty. But his condition looks pretty good. And this is, let's see what year. I can't see the year. But it was probably like early 2000s, like probably 2005, 2002. Then you have Cyndaquil. This is also my first Cyndaquil I've ever gotten. And he's so cute. He's also dirty. I hope that's dirt. This is dirt over here. I've scratched it out before. Let's see. Yeah, for some reason these don't have the years. They probably had the more like in the box, but usually a figure has a year. They have Gyarados. This Gyarados is cool. It's one of the more vintage figures. This probably came out in around 1999, early or 2000. It probably came out in 1999 though. He's cool, but I would love a bigger Gyarados, which I do plan on getting. This Squirtle, oof, oh my god. Adorable, but very dirty. Very scratched up. You see, this is like, this isn't just a scratch. This is like into the plastic, like a chunk of him was taken out a little. His toenails, I can't tell if that's paint or if that's some kind of discoloration or what. And then his stomach, this Squirtle's not in great condition. Let's just put it that way. But still so adorable. And last but not least, Entei. Now you could already see that this Entei is not in the best condition. His face, I don't know if that's just, it's, yeah, it has to have been scratched out. He has a lot of dirt, like between where the cloud is on his back. He's really scratched up. He actually has a chunk of him missing. His paint job, it would need to be reworked. So here are all 18 figures. Now, there are a lot of problems with them, but for 1232, this is a steal. Because all I really have to do is clean them up, maybe repaint them a little bit, and they'll be like as good as new. And not to mention some of these, like Groudon, like he could, is that a scratch? Oh no, that's dirt. Or some kind of paint that could scratch out. But he's in really good condition. Like him alone, I could probably sell for 5 or 10, and Deoxys too, and I would already make my money back. So it's not like it's really a steal. And nostalgia, I never had some of these, so I will definitely do what I can to like restore some of them. So that about wraps up this unboxing. Was it worth it? Yes. Why? Because at the price I bought all 18 of them for, I basically paid 68 cents. And like I said, I could sell Groudon if I wanted to for about $5. So that's already more than 5 times the amount I spent on just him. Now I am gonna do a part 2 of this review after I've washed them, and maybe talk about what I may be doing with them after. I will see you guys in the next video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.